Well, obviously, the Women's Murder Club is back. I'm always glad to visit with them. The thing I like about the series are two things that just as an overall thing. One is I think everybody would like to have three friends who would be as close as these four women are with one another. And secondly, and this is probably what got me writing the series, is women, generally speaking, solve problems a little differently than men, and they're more collaborative. Not all women, but a lot of women. So the idea of four women getting together and actually collaborating on a solution is more realistic, and it's very unusual in mystery fiction. There are two stories percolating. One has to do with a jewel thief who is kind of likable. In a lot of ways. She has a bad family situation and she has a secret life and she's trying to get out of the part of her life that isn't working and she's stealing from the rich. And to some extent we root for her and the second is and there's some similarities here. This is somebody also who has a bad home life, but he's the reason why his house is in such turmoil. He's the ultimate bad house husband. In his spare time, he's killing people all around San Francisco, and then trying to hold up the city. Lindsay and the women have a lot on their plates this time, and I sure hope they solve those mysteries. As I always say, you got to read the book to find out. But one of the interesting things about Lindsay as a character is she's so smart in a lot of ways, and yet not quite as smart about her personal life. And you see that sometimes, and I think it's very engaging. The Closer has a similar kind of a situation where she's such a good detective and kind of such a klutz in her real life. So Lindsay has had problems in the romance department, but she's got Joe. Joe's a neat guy. Seems to be going the right way, and I'm rooting for her. I'm rooting for them. Well, it does present a problem because all of a sudden we're going to have to put two numerals on the cover. That'll be an art director's dilemma. I'm still interested in what happens to the women. Yuki in particular, I'm worried about Yuki. And since I've already plotted out number 10, I'm really worried about Yuki. But we'll see. Actually, a lot happens in the 10th book in terms of really stirring the pot for all of the characters.